Okay, so get this. UFOs and nukes, like, what's the connection?
Right. It sounds crazy.
It does.
But there's this guy, Robert Hastings.
Okay.
He's been looking into this for decades.
Decades. Wow.
Yeah. And get this, he's interviewed over 160
Wait, 160 what?
military witnesses.
No way.
Yeah, people who worked at these sites saw stuff firsthand.
And he just talked to them.
Not just that.
What else?
He got documents, official stuff, through those Freedom of Information Act requests.
So it's not just like campfire stories. There's actual paperwork backing this up.
Exactly.
That's kind of wild.
It is. We're talking potential cover-ups, government secrets, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, I am officially intrigued.
Good, because this is going to get deep.
Well, let's start at the beginning then.
All right, so picture this. 1967, Malmstrom Air Force Base.
Okay.
Hastings is a teenager, just working a summer job there.
So not even in the military himself.
Nope, but this is where it all starts.
What happened?
He's seeing these weird things on radar, blips moving in ways no plane should...
Like defying physics kind of stuff.
Pretty much.
And nobody knew what they were.
Well, his dad was there too.
Oh, you said his dad was military?
Senior Master Sergeant at NORAD, no less.
So, like, high-level stuff.
Yep, and even he was like, yep, those are UFOs near our nukes.
Hold on, UFOs confirmed by a NORAD guy? That's not something you hear every day.
Nope. And for Hastings, that was it. He was hooked.
Had to find out more.
Exactly. And what he found is kind of terrifying.
Oh.
This wasn't just a one-time thing. It was happening everywhere.
Everywhere.
He says every major nuke site, past and present, has had UFO visits.
Like they're really interested in this stuff.
Seems that way, and one incident in particular really stands out.
Which one?
1966, Minot Air Force Base. This is where it gets scary.
Lay it on me.
Captain David Schur, he was a launch officer for the missiles.
So the guy with his finger on the button, basically.
Yeah, and he's seeing this UFO, but that's not the worst part.
It gets worse.
His console, the one controlling the missiles, starts lighting up.
Like they're getting ready to launch.
Yep, going into countdown mode, all because of this UFO.
That's insane. What did he do?
Had to scramble, flip all these switches to stop the launch.
So we were this close to accidental nuclear war because of a UFO.
According to Schur, yes.
And this UFO, did they catch it? What happened?
It apparently flew around the whole base, checked out almost every missile silo.
And nobody stopped it.
Well, here's the messed up part.
What?
The base commander told Schur to keep his mouth shut, pretend nothing happened.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, nothing happened. That was the official story.
Why, though? Like, this is a huge security risk. You'd think they'd want to investigate?
You'd think, but that's the pattern we see over and over again. Silence, cover up.
Man, that's just creepy. Like, they know something we don't.
And it raises a big question. Why are they so afraid of this topic?
Maybe because it's not just lights in the sky. It's something that can mess with our nukes.
And that brings us to another chilling case, this one with actual photographic evidence.
Oh, yeah, I'm all ears.
1964, Vandenberg Air Force Base. We're talking about the Big Sur incident now.
Okay, what happened there?
This guy, Dr. Bob Jacobs, he was in charge of filming a missile launch.
Routine stuff, I guess.
Right, but through the camera, he sees this UFO, and it's not just watching.
What was it doing?
It approached the missile, fired beams of light at it, and the missile went off course.
So this UFO, it shot down one of our missiles.
Not a real one. Luckily, it was a test launch, a dummy warhead.
Okay, but still, that's messed up.
Totally, and guess what happened to Jacobs?
They probably made him sign a non-disclosure agreement or something.
Worse, they told him to shut up, and when he eventually went public in the 80s, he got death threats.
Death threats, that's taken it to a whole other level.
It is, but here's the thing. Jacobs isn't the only one who saw this.
Really? Who else?
His commanding officer at the time, Major Florin Mansman.
Did he back up the story?
Yep, later on, he wrote it all down, confirmed the UFO, the beams, the whole thing.
So we have two witnesses, photographic evidence, and still it's all hush-hush.
Pretty much, but it gets even more interesting.
Huh.
Remember Lue Elizondo?
The guy from the Pentagon's UFO program?
That's him. He said he saw the Big Sur film while he was working at AATIP, confirmed it, said it showed exactly what Jacobs had described.
So even the government's own UFO guy's like, yeah, this happened.
Exactly, and yet officially, they still won't talk about it.
That's so frustrating. It's like they're playing some weird game with us.
It does feel that way, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hastings found tons of documents like this.
Really? Give me the example.
1975, Malmstrom again. This time it's official reports of UFOs over the base for 3 weeks straight.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
It is, and they even scrambled jets to try and intercept these things.
And what happened?
The UFOs would just play with them, outmaneuver them easily.
So they're not just hovering around, they're actively toying with our Air Force.
That's what it looks like.
Man, there's a lot to take in, official reports, witness testimony, and yet still so much mystery.
It's like we're looking through a keyhole at something vast and unknown.
Makes you wonder what they really know and what they're so scared of.
And that's what we're going to keep digging into.
All right, I'm ready for more. Let's see what else Hastings uncovered.
You won't believe this next part. It gets pretty personal for Hastings, actually.
Oh, how so?
Well, he didn't just want to, collect this info. He wanted people to know about it.
Makes sense, if you think it's that important.
Exactly. So, early 80s, he starts doing these lectures.
Lectures? Where?
Colleges, universities, all over the place.
Talking about UFOs and nukes, that's kind of bold back then.
It was. Remember, this is way before it was, mainstream.
True. So was he like some fringe professor type?
No, not at all. He was just passionate about getting this info out there.
Do people believe him?
Some did, some didn't, but he definitely got some attention.
I bet. Any pushback from, them?
Oh, yeah. He's talked about weird phone calls, feeling like he was being watched.
Good.
Definitely added to the whole mystery.
So, lectures, that was his way of spreading the word.
Not only that, he also made a documentary.
A whole film? What was it called?
UFOs and Nukes. The secret link revealed.
Straight to the point, huh?
That was Hastings, always cutting through the BS.
So the film, what, interviews with witnesses, that kind of thing?
Exactly. A lot of military guys telling their stories.
Did it make a difference?
Hard to say for sure, but it definitely reached more people.
Got the conversation going.
Yeah, but the government, they were still silent.
Of course they were. That's their MO.
But hasn't there been, a shift lately?
Yeah, it feels like we're hearing about UFOs more now.
It's true. They even renamed them UAPs, all official-like.
Unidentified aerial phenomena. Yeah, but that doesn't really tell us anything new.
No, it's just a rebranding, but they are acknowledging something's there.
But still dodging the new question.
Totally. It's like they're okay with aliens exist, but not aliens messing with our bombs.
Which makes the whole thing even weirder, right?
Absolutely. It just feeds the conspiracy theories.
So, if the government's not going to talk, who is? Anyone else confirming this stuff?
There have been hints, little confirmations here and there.
Sort.
Well, we mentioned Elizondo. He's definitely alluded to it.
So then there's interest in our nukes, yeah.
Right, and that's not nothing coming from the guy who ran the Pentagon's UFO program.
True. Anyone else?
There's AARO, the current UFO office.
Did they say anything?
Hastings actually helped connect some of his witnesses to AARO.
Wow, so these guys who saw the UFOs got to talk to the investigators directly.
They did, and at first they were hopeful, felt like they were being taken seriously.
Finally, someone's listening.
But then AARO's director, this guy Kirkpatrick, he made a statement.
Uh-oh, what did he say?
Basically, no evidence of aliens in any of our cases.
Oh, come on, after all that.
Yeah, those witnesses felt betrayed, like their experiences were just brushed aside.
Classic government move, build you up to let you down.
It's infuriating, right? Back to square one.
So much for transparency, huh? It's like we're hitting a wall every time.
It's the UFO story in a nutshell. So much secrecy. So little answers.
But why? Why the secrecy?
Well, maybe they really don't know what's going on.
They're just as confused as we are.
It's possible we're dealing with something totally beyond our comprehension.
Or maybe it's the fear factor.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine the panic if they officially said, aliens are messing with our nukes?
World would go nuts. Probably not the best for global stability.
Exactly. So they keep it quiet, maybe thinking they're protecting us.
But it just makes them look suspicious, fuels the conspiracy theories even more.
It's a lose-lose situation, and in the middle of it all, you've got guys at Hastings just trying to get the truth out.
Yeah, and speaking of Hastings, we haven't even touched on his own experiences yet.
Oh, right, the abduction stuff.
That's a whole other layer to this. Adds a personal touch to the research,
It does. It's like he's not just an observer. He's part of the phenomenon somehow.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Let's hear about it. So they're zipping around our nukes, but nobody knows why.
Right. It's like, what's the message here?
Some people say it's a warning.
Yeah, like, hey, be careful with those things.
But if they're so worried, why not just, land and tell us?
That's the million-dollar question.
Seriously, why all the cloak and dagger stuff?
There are theories, of course.
Like what?
Maybe they can't directly interfere, some cosmic rule or something.
Like a Star Trek Prime directive.
Yeah, kind of like that. They can nudge us, but not hold our hands.
Or maybe they're just watching the shows, seeing what we dumb humans do next.
That's a bit cynical, but who knows?
All right, back to Hastings. After all this research, what did he think?
Well, he was convinced, absolutely believed these were real craft, not just misidentified stuff.
No weather balloons for him.
Nope, he thought they were way beyond anything we could make.
But were they hostile? That's the big question.
And this is where it gets interesting.
How so?
A lot of witnesses, Hastings included, didn't get that hostile vibe.
Really? Even with them messing with nukes?
It's weird, right? You'd expect fear, panic, but some sensed concern. Almost
like they were worried for us, not about to attack.
Maybe their tech, their interest in our weapons, it shows they're keeping an eye on us.
Making sure we don't blow ourselves up.
Possibly. A cosmic babysitter, if you will.
That's both reassuring and terrifying.
Definitely makes you think about the bigger picture.
So after this deep dive, what should our listeners take away from all this?
This UFO nuke thing, it's not just a fringe theory. It's documented. It happened.
And it's still happening, probably.
We have to take it seriously. Ask the tough questions, demand answers.
From the government, from ourselves, about what's really out there.
It challenges everything we think we know about technology, about our place in the universe.
It's a huge mystery, and we're just starting to unravel it.
Exactly. And who knows what we'll find as we keep digging.
Well, folks, that's our deep dive for today. If you're hungry for more, check out Robert Hastings' book, UFOs and Nukes, Extraordinary Encounters at Nuclear Weapons Sites.
And his documentary, too, UFOs and Nukes, The Secret Link Revealed. They're both packed with info and first-hand accounts that'll blow your mind.
And if you found this episode as mind-blowing as we did, share it around. Let's get this conversation going.
Spread the word, and hey, while you're at it, subscribe to the Atmospheric Lights YouTube channel for more deep dives into the unexplained.
Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and stay curious.
And so, Carl, here's the million-dollar question. Do you believe that a higher form of non-human intelligence has visited this planet?
Right. So non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity. This interaction is not new, and it's been ongoing. And there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that.